Hello guys, just a few slides for you. We've had some new members sign up from bootcamp, which is fantastic, but also I've had queries asking what is this membership and what does it involve and how much is it and what do we get? So I've thrown together a few slides and I've called it 8 reasons to join Tribe Sober. So one of the reasons why we do these boot camps is that we want you to get to know us a bit. So you've met me and you've met Lucy and Lynette. I always say that recovery, it's about finding your people. You need to connect with people that you can chat to, that you feel safe with, that you can relate to. And then it makes it 100 times easier. And I've told you my story about how I went to AA and I couldn't find my people, so I carried on looking. Once I'd found my people, there was no stopping me. It was the thing that changed everything. The game changer, they call it, don't they? We know that we kickstart the journey for lots of people just from doing the boot camp. But some of you will find that you need ongoing support. So we can offer you that in 2 ways. You can either become a member of Tribe Sober, that's what I'm talking about now, or you can join our Breaking Free program. Preferably, you can do both. Because if you do join as a member, then it'll be more affordable for you to join Breaking Free. So let me start taking you through these slides. Okay, join our tribe. 8 reasons to join our tribe. Here we go. Reason number 1, you've tried us out. I love this quote by Martin Luther King. You've probably heard me say it already this week, but faith is really taking that first step. And I still remember early sobriety. 2 things you don't know. First of all, you don't know how beautiful this journey can be. You don't know how your life will pan out if you ditch the booze, but you can be sure it's going to be a happier and healthier life. The other thing that you don't know is that it's going to get a lot easier. These first few weeks, couple of months, yes, they're hard, but it just gets easier and easier and easier until it's the new normal. And then you can just focus on building your new life, an alcohol-free life you don't want to escape from. So think of boot camp as that first step on the staircase. And we've climbed that staircase. And we just want you to come and join us at the top. Come and join us in Soberland. And you've sampled our approach. So different groups have different approaches. You've seen where we're coming from, I'm sure. So it's up to you whether that resonates with you. But if you're still here and watching this, then it's likely that it does resonate with you. Community is at the heart of the Tribe Sober membership, really. That's what we're all about. So you need to decide if we are your people. Are you excited, inspired, and ready to work with us? So what do you get for your Tribe Sober membership? Well, you get this community, you get a safe space, you get positive role models. One of the things that I love about our community is because it's been going for 8 years now, we've got people at every single stage of the journey. We have brand new people. We have people that have been sober for 9 years, for 8 years, for 6 years, all stages. We've got people, and you need that. It's no good if everybody's on day 1 because you might all relapse together. But those people that further down the line can advise you and say things like, oh yeah, when I was at that stage, this is what I tried. Or they'll say, oh, don't worry, that's just a bit of fab. It will pass. Don't moderate. So we give each other tips all the time and it really helps. So encouragement and support 24/7. We're an international group, which means that we cover the various time zones. So there's always someone there, always someone on WhatsApp that you can talk to. We have different groups for different countries. And yeah, if you've heard my podcast, you will hear me at the beginning. I have a recorded intro, and it always says, you need a new tribe for this journey. Because if you tell your family that you're a bit worried about your drinking, you're going to quit drinking, they'll say, oh, don't be silly, you just need to cut down a bit. Or you'll tell your drinking buddies and they'll say, don't be so boring, what do you want to do that for? So you need people that you can talk to, people that understand. And we're absolutely sure that it's been the right thing for us to do, and we're very happy to inspire and encourage other people to do the same. Community Connects. There's a beautiful TED talk by a British journalist called Johan Hari, and he says connection is the opposite of addiction. And in his talk, he describes an experiment that took place, I think, in the 1960s, involving rats and heroin-laced water and clean water. And you should go and listen to that. It's absolutely fascinating experiment. But his conclusion from the evidence is that connection is the opposite of addiction. And that is so true, because when we get into trouble with our drinking, our happiest place is with our bottle of wine and nobody else, so we can drink away with no judgment. But where does that end? It means that our world gets smaller and smaller. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to see anybody. And eventually we lose the ability to enjoy other things apart from drinking alcohol. So connection is absolutely vital, and it's terribly hard to do this thing on your own. How many day ones have you had? So many people have had so many day ones, and that's because they've been trying it on their own. Community allows us to experience the power of vulnerability. And again, I see this over and over again in our masterclasses, in our Breaking Free program. Once people share just how unhappy alcohol's been making them, they feel so much better. And there's such a relief within the group because they realize it's not just them. It's like that beautiful quote that C.S. Lewis won. When you see somebody else with the same problem and you say, me too, and that's when friendship is born. We are real friends on Tribe Sober. It's a very warm and welcoming community. And of course, it's connecting people on the same path, people who understand each other. Community can change your life. And this is a little testimonial from one of our members. This is Roz, who's a Brit and lives in Spain. She just writes how she feels about being in this group. She was 70 years old when she joined us, and she didn't have a drink since. And she feels really bonded to us. She's made friends who will be by my side forever. And we are friends, those of us that have been in Tribe Sober for a few years. It almost feels like family. Community can be fun. It's not all a dark and depressing route by any means. We have our own cartoonist, Sarah, who is super talented, as you can see. She's done hundreds of cartoons for us. She knows the journey because she's been through it. I think now she's 2 years sober. This was a testimonial from her. She wasn't sure that joining a tribe would suit an introvert like her, but she loved it. And now she says she was all over the groups, connecting and enjoying the chats, sharing info and ideas. Sarah doesn't feel like she's a great joiner of groups and things, but she's got so much out of it. And most importantly, she doesn't drink anymore and she's much happier. So what else do you get? So you get this awesome community. You also get accountability, which I'll go into in a moment, and knowledge. Those are the three facets of our membership. So let's think about the accountability. When you join as a new member, we start you off on a 30-day challenge. We put you on a group with other people. It's called the On-Ramp group, and that's people who are working towards this 30 days of sobriety. We give you a tracker, and for your first 30 days, you get an email every day, just a bite-sized piece of information and inspiration. So we start you off with a challenge. Once you've reached 30 days, then we move you into another group. You will, of course, get support all the way. And knowledge. We have a course called the Member Journey. We have so much content after 8 years, you can imagine, divided into modules for different stages of the journey. So your first 30 days, curated content for you to go through. So there's videos and there's articles and there's shopping lists and reading lists and trackers. And as you get past your 30 days, you get a different kind of content and you can track your journey here. We're on Kajabi, which will enable you to see the progress that you're making, which I think is very motivating in itself. So plenty of knowledge. And we've even got a member vault, as we call it. It's got a searchable bar. So any subject that you want to know more about, you just type in the topic and you'll find something. For example, say you're really battling with cravings. You just put in cravings. Say you just can't find an alcohol-free drink that you like, put in alcohol-free drinks and we'll give you some lists and some shops and suggestions. Knowledge is power. The more we know about alcohol and the damage it does to us, the less we feel like drinking it. Of course, you'll change your thinking about drinking. You heard me talking about limiting beliefs. But if you're in the tribe, you're going to hear things every single day and it will really sink in that you don't have a drinking problem. You've got an opportunity here for personal growth and that you're going to gain so much more than you lose. And you will get personal attention. Some sobriety groups are huge. We cap our membership at 400 because there's only a few of us and we want to provide you with personal attention, and we really couldn't do that if we were much bigger. Sue has Zoom chats every day of the week, and I do a Zoom cafe on Saturdays. The chat groups are busy 24/7. You can always talk to someone, and long-term members, you'll feel like family. You'll get inspired, because I don't think a week goes by in Tribe Sober without someone having a soberversary. It's great to see people making such progress and everybody piles in and congratulates each other, and it's cool. Reason number 8, you're going to get 20% off our Breaking Free program. We only run this 4 times a year and there's only 20 places. If you're a member, you're going to get 20% off that program, which is a much bigger saving than what you will have spent on membership. Again, we limit it to 20 because we want to give people personal attention. Tribe Sober is going to get you through the ups and the downs of this journey. Recovery is never linear. You will be in the pink cloud now. You'll be thinking, at last, something's going to change, hooray. And then it will go down. And that's when you need support. You need other people. We get people saying, oh no, I'm fine, I've done the boot camp, it's given me the great kickstart that I need, and they go off into the sunset. And then they come back in about 5 or 6 weeks and they say, I've had a bit of a wobble, is that breaking free thing still going? So remember, you do need a bit of support to keep you going, because you will have ups and you'll have downs. We do have annual membership as well as monthly membership. So my suggestion is always to people to join for a year, because you've heard me say, I think in one of the presentations, that you really need to give this thing your all for a year. 3 months, very hard work at the beginning, and then stay connected, keep developing your life, keep refiguring your life, but you need to be connected. This is on the Sober On-Ramp group that we put you on from day 1 to 30. Then 30 plus days, you see she's already looking a bit better. She's got her alcohol-free drink there, and she's gone from just surviving to feeling her motivation coming back. She's on drive. Once you get to 6 months, it's really getting very much different place. She's arrived. And then, of course, onwards and upwards from there, she is thriving. That's the question you need to ask yourself. Are we your community? Do you want to join a community of about 400 people all over the world, all supporting and encouraging each other? You'll get personal attention to stay on track, navigate the recovery curve with us. Let us help you quit drinking and start living. We want you not only to quit drinking, but we want to help you to build a beautiful alcohol-free lifestyle. And from our members that are already sober and on that journey, you'll get so many ideas of different interests to pursue, different connections to make. I wanted to emphasize what we are not. We're not just a mass of content which will overwhelm you. Because I've joined memberships. I joined one not long ago. It's a bit meta. It was a membership about running memberships. And I thought, oh, this looks interesting. And I joined and they just sent me a tsunami of courses and content. And it wasn't what I needed. I needed to talk to other people that were running memberships, and they hadn't put that factor in at all. So it's not just content, it's far more than that. In fact, I would say connection is at the heart of Tribe Sober membership. And it's not just a huge forum where you'll get lost. I joined one and I got chucked in this massive forum. There was a lot of people and I just couldn't really connect. I didn't know who was who or what conversation was going on. So it's not about a massive content. It's not about a huge forum. It is really small and personalized. And after 8 years of seeing our members change their lives, we've realized that Tribe Sober isn't just a membership. It's a place of transformation. I wanted a Tribe Sober member to have the last word. So this is the lovely Hélène, who is a Brit living in Switzerland. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi, my name's Elaine. I'm 55 years old and I decided to quit drinking just over 6 months ago. It was whilst listening to a podcast one day, I came across this lady who struck a chord called Janet Gourand. She had set up a group called Tribe Sober. It was a global community with people on there who had been sober for many years and for many minutes and everything in between. And so I immediately went onto her website and signed up and have not regretted it. Every single day I tap into the WhatsApp messages. It's such a nice feeling. And by literally 6 months later, I feel like I know these women. We have a Zoom cafe on Saturday where we all check in. So I couldn't recommend Tribe Sober more to fill in that huge gap, which is community, support, help, love, tips, you name it. So get on, go and do it. Don't even hesitate for one moment, and good luck to you in your sober journey.